So open page number, students, you open page number 106, and if you're writing it on your copy, then you start writing it, and if you're marking, you can also mark it from the book. You can also mark the answers from the book. But as you have completed the reading part of this chapter, I'm going to ask you the answers of these questions, and after that I will show you that from your book which part you should write. The first question that you see here, what are the standard units? The students who can tell the answer, just raise your hand. I will call any one name and ask you the answer. Students who can tell the answer, what are standard units? You raise your hands. So no one can tell the answer? What are standard units? Prajakta shortcut. Yes, Prajakta, unmute your device and tell us the answer.
Yes, ma'am. Standard units are that units of measurement that have accepted the people throughout the world. And the standard unit accepted by people throughout the world, and the standard units used to measure time, distance, mass, volume, and temperature are the same everywhere.
Okay, so that's it. Only if you say that standard units are the units that are standard units are the units that are used to measure things, or the units for measuring things, and that are accepted throughout the world. So throughout the world, everyone will use the same unit to measure the same thing. Here in your book, you go to the students who are marking the book, you can go to the page number 98. And here you can see the answer is written. So SI is the short form of System International the unit. That is in French. This is why we are using the small d. Okay, that is the full form of SI. The SI units are used all over the world in form of, in scientific, technical, industrial, and commercial work of fields. So what you will write, you can, and here also these units, here also you can see one definition is written. I'm marking this part. So the units are, you can see here, the units that are used uniformly, the measurement which could be uniformly used by everyone. So units of measurement. So the answer you write, the exact definition is not given here. At the end of the chapter, let's see if the definition is not given. I'm just telling you, you write the answer. Yes, here it is written. See, the unit of measurement which is used uniformly by everyone throughout the world. So this one you can write. The unit of measurement which is used uniformly by everyone throughout the world. Okay, so that is called standard unit. The definition is given here in this page, where in this words to know section. I'm marking this. You can see that I'm marking on the page. Okay, so this one you can write as the definition of standard unit. You can mark it, just tick it, give a tick mark to it, or you can also note it down that the unit of measurement which is uniformly used by everyone throughout the world is known as the standard unit. Now let's see what is the next question. The next question is, when is an object said to be in motion and raised? When is an object said to be in motion and raised? Shampriti, Shabnam. Shampriti, you give this answer.
When an object is moving with the earth, it's called motion. And when it's not moving, then it's called in rest.
Absolutely correct answer. So what you will write, when an object is moving, it is called or it is said to be in motion. And when an object is not moving, then it is said to be at rest. Okay? In motion and at rest. These are the two terms. Again, I am telling you the answer. Shampriti, your answer is absolutely correct. That when any object is moving, it is said to be in motion. And when any object is not moving, it is said to be at rest. Now the next one, point number 3 or question number 3. Name the two types of motion that the earth has. Name the two types of motion that the earth has. Indranil Mondol. Indranil, you tell the answer. What are the two types of motion that the earth has? Yes, Indranil. Indranil, you unmute your device.
Ma'am.
Yes. Yes, Indranil, tell it a little bit loudly. What are the two types of motions that the earth has?
Ma'am, I don't know.
You cannot tell the answer?
No, ma'am.
Ma'am, should I?
Okay, then Jahid Mulli. Jahid, you tell the answer. Jahid.
Ma'am, translational motion and rotational motion.
Rotational motion and
Translation.
okay,
Ma'am,
yes,
translation.
translation. Because why it is okay. Now, so Mannath, you also want to tell. So you tell me why the motion of the earth is called rotational motion. We all know it rotates around its own axis. But why it is translational motion?
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
at the same time that moves in the, around the sun in a circular path.
That is called revolution. Okay, that is separate thing. But translational motion. Why it is called translational motion? Because translational motion is the motion when suppose every part, the object which is moving, every part of that object is also moving with the object. Suppose you are in a car, the car is moving. That means if you are inside the car, you are also moving. This is why it is possible that a moving car can take you from one place and can drop you into some another place, right? So when every part of an object, of a moving object is also moving at the same speed with the object, that motion is called translational motion. Now, when earth is rotating around the sun, so at the same time, all of us, we are also rotating. We are living in the earth. So we are also rotating with the earth, right? Every single particle of the earth is moving at the same speed, but we cannot understand the speed, right? When you are sitting inside a car, if you look outside, only then you will be you can realize that the car is at a high speed. But if you just close your eyes, sometimes if it's very smooth, then you will not understand that you are moving. If you are in flight, in aeroplanes, you can also understand. Outside, you will see that you are moving. But if you don't look at outside, you will see that you are just sitting on a chair. You cannot feel that you are moving. The same thing happens with earth also. The earth is moving, the speed at which the earth is moving, we all are moving at the same speed, but we cannot realize it as we are sitting in it. Inside it, we are present in it. This type of motion at which each and every part of that object, of that moving object, is also moving at the same speed, it is called translational motion. So this is why, yes, answer is absolutely correct. I just wanted that explanation. Yes, so rotational motion and translational motion. Next question is here. that when was the SI system of units adopted? When the SI system of units, this was adopted. Okay, let's see whom I will ask the answer.
I'm in 1960.
Shonchit Dash, Shonchit, you unmute your device and tell the answer.
And please tell everyone to mute.
When was the SI system adopted?
Ma'am, can you again tell the question?
When was the SI system of use, SI system or SI unit adopted? When it started for the first time? As you can see, I have shared the screen here.
Ma'am,
Can I tell?
Ma'am, should I?
Okay, tell it quickly.
Ma'am, 1960.
Very good, all of you. Absolutely correct answer. So I have just marked it on the screen. You can see I've shared the page and I've marked the portion also. So you can mark it in your book. Just go to this page and mark it from your book. So the SI system was adopted in 1960. Absolutely correct answer. Okay.
Can we add the general confidence on weights and measures with
Now
the
let's see
writing?
what is the next question. Is what do you mean by oscillatory motion? Chandan Islam Mulli. Yes.
তুই জানো বেঁচে আছিস
What do you mean by oscillatory motion? Students,
Ma'am,
except
when an object
many noises.
moves between any 2 points, its motion is called oscillatory motion.
Very good. So students who want to mark this answer from your book, you can just simply go to page number 104. Here you can see the definition of oscillatory motion is given when an object moves to and fro. That means to the front side and to the backward direction again. So when an object moves to and fro between any 2 points, its motion is called the oscillatory motion. Now, how you will write
Hello,
this answer?
ma'am.
If this question, yes, Manna.
Ma'am, I think periodic motion and oscillatory motion is
Are same. Yes, they are almost same. I have told you before. So
Yes,
this is
ma'am.
why I have told you that the pendulum, okay, it is an example of oscillatory motion, and the pendulum of a watch at the same time it is the example of periodic motion, because it is repetitively, it is just covering the same distance. So in oscillatory motion also it is going to and fro again and again, and in periodic motion also it is repeating the same motion like this. So periodic motion and oscillatory motion are almost same, and the examples are also almost same. So here, if this question comes in define, you all know that the new students generally they don't know, but who have given the previous exams, you know that in science there are some sections in your question paper, right? So one section is also there where the questions come like define, where you will just have to write the definitions and you get 1 mark for that. So if this question comes in that section, that define oscillatory motion, you will just have to write the definition that I have marked here. But if the same question comes in 2 marks question section, and what is oscillatory motion, give some examples. So there you will have to define oscillatory motion, and at the same time you will have to write at least 2 examples. Only then you will get 2 marks, or else for only definition you will get only 1 marks. Okay, is it clear? Now let's see what is the next question. That
These
is
questions answers I have learned all.
yes, before the exam, again for the new students also, before the exam I will again show you the different parts and sections, divisions of the question paper. There are different the question paper is divided into two groups. One group contains or section. One section A contains short type questions only, and section B contains long type question, but different types of long type questions. Some questions that contain only 2 marks questions. Some questions that contain draw and describe type of questions. For drawing, you get 2 marks, and for describing the same drawing, you get 3 marks. That means as a whole, you get 5 marks in one question. So that these questions come in section B. So this is how the question paper is divided into few sections. Exam. Yes, Chandan, before the exam, I will definitely show you, I will give you one example or show you any of the previous year's question paper, and then I will explain to everyone that what are the sections that will come separately. Now go to the next page. Let's see what are the questions that are given here. Here you can see long type question answers are present, and to the part E and part F contains some words that you will have to find out. So first of all, let's do this part. That's a few words are here that you will have to find out from this section. So the first word that is given in the help box is measurement. So can anyone find the word measurement?
First line, third word.
Third one.
First line, third word.
That means the third column, right? I have
Yes,
told you
ma'am.
how to say third column. So if any line is in this direction, you will tell it a row.
only T.
If any line is in this direction, then you will call it a column. So you can see 1, 2, 3. That means it's a, so as the word is written in column wise, so you will say it's in third column, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now let's see what is the next word here. Motion. Can any of you see
And
the
with the
word
measurement,
row.
there M in side by side. MOTION. First row.
Hold that first row? Yes, this is how you should tell it. First row, you can see motion. So everyone mark these words. As I have told you previously, that questions generally will not come from this section, but these are some interesting parts of your chapters and exercises that will increase your
activities.
they will increase your brain power. Like some puzzle games, I have also told you previously, like Sudoku, they are there. So instead of playing normal video games, you can play those puzzle games like Sudoku. It will increase your concentration level. At the same time, it will increase your brain power, your thinking process, everything will increase. The next word is estimation. Can anyone
second
find
column.
At the
From
fourth
second column and fourth row.
column.
fourth row, right?
Yes, ma'am. Fourth row, second column.
Very good. Absolutely correct answer. So everyone look here. The word estimation is present in the fourth row, and it's starting from the second column. Very good. Next one is rest.
Sixth column.
Ma'am, eighth column, ma'am, third row.
Eighth column
Eight.
and
Eighth column, then third row.
third row. Here it is. See how easy to find these words. If you mention
Yes,
the
ma'am.
numbers of columns and rows very easily, anyone can find it very easily.
I mean, there are two. We can
Next
find
one.
it in two.
Transport. Transport.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, there is two rest. At the also there is one rest and one more rest is there. That after Q here it is called as sixth column, and there is also one rest.
This one you are talking about?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. There are two rest.
Anyone
Yes,
who can
ma'am.
do. Next one is transport. So quickly you find the word transport where it is.
Ma'am, the last.
Ma'am, 11th row
Second
and third
Row
column.
and third column.
Okay, so it is called second last. That means from the last it is the second column, not from the first. From the last it is the second, sorry, row. Now this time it's my mistake. Last, second last row. Yes, and the word is starting from the third column. Okay, so here is, sorry. So this one, up to this much. Up to T.
And
Yes.
length is that from last is fourth. At last means from
The
last.
next word is length. The next word is
last.
length.
From last fourth row. Ma'am, from last fourth row.
Okay, so
Yes,
everyone
ma'am.
should mark it. Okay, though the as I've told you that questions will not come from this section doesn't mean that you will not do it. Everyone find the words yourself and mark it. And the last word here, this
And
is
last
In
row.
last line. Last line.
Yes, ma'am.
At
see,
last.
the last word is
Distance.
given in the last line. That's very good. And the first
Ma'am,
word
here
is
is
not given in the first line.
Long question.
Yeah.
Distance. So here it is.
Ma'am,
So
when
all of
we
you mark
discuss long
your word.
question.
Yes, Chandan, tell it a little bit louder. I can't hear actually properly.
Ma'am, when we will discuss long questions answers.
Yes, we will discuss it first and then I will send it after discussing it, because I will first see that you have read this chapter or not. You will have to read this chapter and you will have to tell me the answers. Then you will definitely get it. Okay. So now let's see if we have time. Now for today we don't have time to start the long type questions. This is why I haven't started it yet, because if we would start it, we would not be able to complete it, as we have less time today.
Ma'am, that exercise, ma'am, that question in detail, ma'am, you will stay hint though.
Explain the question number 1. Explain the history of development of modes of transport. Explain the history of development of modes of transport and what precautions should we take should be taken while measuring the length and line alignment with a scale. That one I have told you when you were reading this part. I was explaining from your book. I told you that this is a very, very important question, and this one you will have to also draw. Okay, at the same time, you will have to not only write it, you will have to draw it. So this particular question number 2, I'm giving it as your homework. Not only draw the answer, sorry, not only write the answer, but also draw it. Okay, I will also check the drawing. So what drawing you will have to make, I'm showing you. The answer of question number 2, you draw the image and write the answer and send it to me. I will post it in the assignment section. This one. And these are the rules.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Let me see the question once, whether these are they want the rule or they want the process. So then the answer will be different. What precaution should be taken by during measuring the length by using a scale? Okay, so this one will be the answer. So you just read the answer, you memorize the answer. Don't look at the book while writing. Write the answer. These are the precautions, and you will have to draw this picture also. Okay, draw this picture, write this answer, and send it to me. Send it to the SchoolSAP assignment section. I will check it. Okay. This is a very, very important question. Now for today, that's it. Just mark up to this part that I have told you. I have just told you. Now I'm going to call your names. Make sure you can mute and unmute your device.